Welcome back to another 90 Day Fiancé recap. It's your girl, your favorite potato Poe, and we're going to talk about season 11, episode 15. And unfortunately for you today, you are not going to be able to see my gorgeous, lovely potato face because, long story short, I was super anxious last week. And when I'm super anxious, I tend to pick at my lips, like the skin on my lips. And so I was picking incessantly, like nonstop. My lips were raw. They were bleeding and there was nothing to pick, but I kept picking at it even though they were in pain. And it's just like, my lips look like a mess. It looks like I have a disease on my lips. Like it's just really kind of bizarre looking. So I'm going to save your eyes and hopefully I will be better. My lips will have healed next week. So that's pretty much what happened. So let's get into the recap. This is season 11, episode 15. It was another boring episode. This one's going to be short, okay? There's not much to recap. There's not really much to talk about. I feel like at this point, they are dragging the season. How many more episodes are we going to have? I am praying to God that next week is a finale. Like I can't do any more dragging. I feel like if they were to do it in like 10 to 12 episodes this season, it would have been perfect. Like we wouldn't have been bored. They wouldn't have had to drag the same storyline for 5-6 episodes in a row. Like this is ridiculous. Well, with that said, let's get into the recap, starting with Serper and Shakina. So we learned that they want a tattoo of each other on their necks, and they're going to get it in red ink because red ink is harder to remove than black ink. And I had no idea that was a thing. So I did a quick Google search. And according to Google, red tattoo ink is generally more difficult to remove than black ink because red pigments absorb laser light less effectively than black pigments. This means that red ink may require more treatment sessions and may be less effectively removed compared to black ink. So that is exactly why Shakina wanted them both to get red tattoos, because it would be harder to remove and that would, I don't know, I guess in her head, feel like more of a commitment.
And I think we both want the red ink.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't remove red ink, right?
Yeah, it's more difficult, so.
And apparently she wanted a tattoo of his name on her face, like across her jawline. Why would anyone do that? Are you crazy? Like, oh my God, just stay away from your face. Serper was the one who was like, no, don't do it on your face. So she compromised and now she's getting it, I think it was on her neck below her ear. And that's where Serper's also getting his tattoo. And do you want to know what he's getting? It's her lips. Okay, so she puts on some lipstick and she smooches a piece of paper so that the tattoo artist can draw her exact lips. And I thought that they were going to size the lips down. Like it was going to be her lips, but they were just going to make it smaller. But no, it's her actual real sized lips, life size. Oh my God. And it looked ginormous. It was huge on his neck. They were like 2 sausage lips on the side of his neck. And it was right under his Chinese character tattoos. And it looked crowded and it just wasn't cute. But you know what? Shakina was happy with it and Serper didn't really seem to care.
I feel like having lips on your neck is like the ultimate bad boy.
Really?
Yeah.
Later that night, they go out to hang out with their friends. And again, Dan is there. Serper is immediately annoyed, but he's like, you know what? I'm going to be modest, Serper.
Oh my God, Dan, everywhere.
So the friends want to know when the wedding is. They tell us that there is no wedding. They're going to have a bedding, which I guess they're going to get married in bed. They're not going to have a wedding. Everybody is so confused.
What?
They're like, are we invited? And they're like, no, because we're going to be in bed. Honestly, I'm not against it because first of all, I don't want to watch their wedding. And second of all, I feel like you save so much more money. Like if I ever were to get married, I'm going to have a wedding as well so that I don't have to spend $20,000 to $50,000 for everybody else to enjoy their time. One of her friends asks about a prenup, and I think it's so funny that a prenup is always brought into discussion, and this is totally producer driven. I mean, what normal friend group talks about a prenup in front of the person that their friend is marrying? But anyway, Serper is offended. He's like, no, we don't do prenups where I'm from. And Shakina's like, well, I don't think it's a bad idea to get a prenup for the both of us. It's going to protect both of us. And Serper is shocked.
Oh my God, I am shocked. We have never talked. with Shakina about prenup before.
He's like, what are you talking about? He tells her, if you're going to have a prenup, then I'm going to have a clause in there that says you cannot go over 128 pounds. And then this reminded me of why I hated him his first season. He's made a lot of progress, but I can't believe how quickly, when he got pissed off, he reverted back. I don't know if he meant it or if he was really just lashing out like she thought. But then she quickly obliged. She was like, okay, I'll do it.
I have one clause. We will add to the prenup. I have a weight target for you, right? 128 pounds. For every pound you over, I will fine you for $1,000. Let's do it. If you want a prenup from me.
Sure. Okay.
And her friends are like, no, what are you talking about? This is ridiculous. This is so unhealthy. This is so whack. And she justifies it as, oh, it's like him telling me to do the dishes when I'm already doing the dishes. Like, I'm going to do it anyway. So I know I'm never going to gain weight. So it doesn't even matter. But that is not the point. The point is like, why would you even... what? Anything can happen. And also, it's just like the principle of the whole thing.
It's literally like me doing the dishes and him coming up and telling me to do the dishes. I'm already doing it.
Her friends are trying to talk Shakina out of it, and they're all talking at once. Serper's getting irritated, and he doesn't want to have to deal with this anymore. So he's like, Shakina, I'm going to leave. And he gets up and leaves.
Thanks for
That's all what it matters.
I mean, because I'm getting...
How can she request prenup to me? That's the same thing. I mean, it's really, disrespectful.
Moving on to Maddie and Stevie. Their wedding is tomorrow. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love ya. Tomorrow, you're only a day away. Cut that out. Maddie's kind of moody. And she's like, Maddie, tell me what's going on. And he's like, well, I just didn't enjoy the show last night. It was a little too much. Well, then why didn't you say something last night? Because you were enjoying it a lot. Well, you're not wrong about that. That makes me very uncomfortable. It's like giving bisexual vibes again. I didn't know they were going to be fully exposed, Maddie. Yeah, but you were really enjoying it. Maddie. No, I could tell you were really enjoying it.
I've been trying really hard to push all the thoughts about Stevie being bisexual, but the fact that Stevie was enjoying the show so much, that is totally a red flag to me.
He lets her know that Saeed knows about her painting Claire nude, and Stevie's like, oh, so that's why he acted so weird around Claire. And Maddie's like, yeah, I kind of regret saying it. I feel like I said too much because he's like now super judgmental. Well, he meets up with Saeed later, and Saeed asks him again about Stevie's sexuality. And Maddie's like, no, I didn't get a straight answer, and I know if I ask her now, she's just going to tell me that she already answered it. And Saeed is like, so you're still going to marry her? And he's like, yes. When I love someone, I do sacrifice some things. And Saeed doesn't think that's a good idea. Because, hello, you're going to find out sooner or later. And then Maddie reconsiders, or at least he acts like he's going to.
You want to wait until after the marriage to resolve your problems? Maddie, do you want to live with someone who you can't be honest with for the rest of your life?
Maddie and Stevie check into their hotel for the weekend of their wedding. And Stevie feels like Maddie's holding back. He's been super quiet. So she asks him, what the hell is going on? Tell me now, Maddie. And he tells her it's hard to be honest with her because she just gets upset and very defensive. And she's like, okay, well, just say it. Tell me now before it's too late. And then he goes, you know I love you no matter what, right? But I'm going to ask you one last time. Are you bisexual?
You know that I would love you no matter what. Are you bisexual?
And then she's like, oh my God, are you serious, Maddie? And then she starts to cry. She's like, I'm so tired. I can't do this right now, Maddie. I'm like, just answer the damn question. Just say no. Just say no. She's still not answering his question. And they're getting married tomorrow. And he's just like, well, you still didn't answer. And she's like, I'm so tired of this. I'm so tired. Like, we're getting married tomorrow.
Stevie is not giving me a solid answer. I have sacrificed a lot. My family, my job, my life, everything I had in Iran, and now I'm here and it's not worth it.
I'm like, just say no. Just say no. In his confessional, he was talking about how he made a mistake coming here, but it's too late, and he cries. But right after I watched it, I was like, you know what? I wonder what the timing of that confessional was, because I feel like he didn't say it in the timing that it's trying to imply. I feel like that confessional, that part of the confessional was recorded in the very beginning when he was having a very hard time adjusting. He just got here, he missed his family. And remember how he was super depressed and missed his family, and he was reconsidering, like, did he make the right decision? I feel like that confessional was recorded during that time, and they used it to make us believe that he might say no. I feel like the editors are trying to throw us off, and in my personal potato opinion, I feel like they're going to get married. Moving on to the thruple. So Ani goes to Maddie and Matt's hotel. She brings her friend who can speak Spanish and English to translate. And then we learn that in her marriage, her ex was very abusive. And that's why she kept saying, like, I need to protect myself. And apparently her divorce took forever, like many, many years, a ton of paperwork. It was so difficult. And then she had to start having another name to put her things under the other name because her legal name is tied to her marriage or something like that. Honestly, I didn't care to play it back, and because I just don't care.
I honestly feel bad or ashamed for like thinking the worst. There's a valid reason why actually someone could lie about their name.
It makes so much sense.
But the point of the matter is that she used to be in an abusive relationship, and that's why she had so many secrets, because she was just trying to protect herself and her kids. And Maddie and Matt they're very understanding of this. They're like, oh, now it makes so much sense. And they hug, they make up. And then Amani's like, but you're still going to introduce me as your girlfriend, right? Like, I'm not just a friend. And Ani's like, oh, yeah, of course.
I worry that we'll go in and she'll tell her family, like, here's my boyfriend and here's my friend.
Next is Shawn and Aaliyah. Aaliyah puts on a pair of hideous sunglasses, and then I realize it's for her laser hair removal thing. She's zapping away her legs. Shawn brings over the prenup papers. She's very thrown off. She wasn't expecting it. She's offended that he's only thinking about the downfall and their divorce and blah, blah, blah.
So for my sake, I need you, for me, to sign that so I can move forward with this wedding, because it's my biggest hang-up more than anything.
Their wedding is in 2 days. She still hasn't signed the prenup, and Shawn's basically waiting.
I think I'll finish the laser later.
They drive 10 hours to Sonoma with my favorite cast member, Maxwell. They go to his mom's house, and she's dressed up in 4th of July gear. She's ready to celebrate, and Aaliyah tells his mom about the prenup, and she needs time to think about it. Shawn's mom is very supportive.
Oh, so you have not signed
Not yet.
the prenup?
No.
Okay.
Shawn's mom is very supportive of both sides. She's supportive, like she understands why Aaliyah is hesitant, but she also definitely wants her son to protect himself, which I totally agree with. Next is Joan and Greg. He blindfolds Joan, and he walks in wearing a giant inflatable cow costume to surprise her by letting her know that he paid off the entire dowry. Wow, good job, Greg. Good job. Clap, clap, clap. I'm so glad he got a job, he paid the dowry, and now they can get married.
Why are you dressed like a big cow?
Some significance to it. I paid the dowry.
Oh, wow.
You know?
Oh, that's good.
Joan gets ready for her bachelorette/bridal shower, and Greg's friend Lauren planned the party for her, and they're going to a strip club, but instead of male strippers, there are going to be female strippers. Now, I saw some comments where people were like, why would she go to a strip club with females? Honestly, I personally would also prefer female strippers than male strippers. I don't want schlongs flying in my face, being thrusted in my face. I'd rather see women like do pole dancing. Lucille's invited, Greg's stepmom is invited, and everybody's having a great time. They go to the strip club, the strippers are on the poles, they're bouncing their asses, and Lucille's like, wow, it's like they have 2 water balloons. That was really funny. Joan gets her first lap dance, and there's booty cheeks flying in their faces, and Lucille is rolling with the punches. She is having a blast.
Go, Jody! Go, Jody!
By the way, can you imagine if this were Stevie who got a lap dance like this? Wow, Maddie would have a stroke. And last but not least, we have Jessica and Juan. Jessica tells Juan that if he's going to go back to the cruise, she's done with a relationship. So he's going to think about it. And in the meantime, Jessica remembers how Juan wanted to incorporate some of his culture into their wedding. So Megan makes these random colored paper flowers.
Paper flowers.
It's not I asked for paper.
You asked for Colombia.
Flowers, but...
And I'm bringing you Colombia.
And it's like a group activity, and Juan has no idea what these colored paper flowers are supposed to represent, but he just goes with it. After that, Jessica asks him once again what he's gonna do about the cruise, and he's like, well, I really love that job.
Feels like I'm being controlled a little bit. You just can't do this, and you have to do something else, otherwise you lose me. I love my job.
And she's like, but it's not fair that you're going to be gone 8 months out of the year. It's not fair for me, and it's not fair for David. And he's like, yeah, well, you know what? If it came down to it, of course I'm going to choose my family. Of course I'm going to choose David, even if it means I'm miserable. So I'm going to stay here, I promise. And they make up, they hug, everybody's happy. And that's it for the episode.
Well, if you want me to make a choice in between my family and the cruise ship or a job, I will take my family first.
Wasn't it so freaking boring? I really hope to God next week is the finale. I just want to finish the season. Like, please, I want it to be over. Well, that's it for the recap. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know all your thoughts in the comments, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye!
It's a recap. It's a recap. It's a